Faced with heavy losses at sea, the Minister of Agriculture renewed his efforts to get people to grow their own food.
Today we begin a new Dig for Victory campaign. Mayors from all parts of the country took part. We carried it through during an air raid, one of the many London has been having today. But we were all agreed that a successful Dig for Victory campaign this autumn was one of the best answers to Hitler's attempt to damage our overseas food supplies and interrupt our communications.
Originally called Grow More Food, the campaign now became known as Dig for Victory. A few miles away in the back garden of the house where she's billeted, Chiltern's land girl, Annie, plants marrows on the Anderson shelter. But for many in 1941, this crude structure was more than an extension of the vegetable garden. It was all that stood between life and death. By late summer, marrows and nasturtiums trail luxuriantly over Annie's Anderson shelter.
Potatoes, big or small, short or tall, potato feed has got them all.
Storing potatoes is tricky. Too cold and they freeze, too dry and they shrivel, too light and they turn green, too hot and they sprout. Clamping was the answer.
The potatoes were shot up on this wad of straw. They were brought up picket fashion, like the roof of a house, up to the height of roughly about 3'6", and then.
Do they build much bigger clamps than this?
Oh yes, I've seen them almost a mile long. Oh, this is taking rather more growing material than I thought for in the beginning, Annie.
The government valued the vitamin content of tomatoes. In the English climate, their outdoor season is short and unreliable, so every available glasshouse space was requisitioned. With the flowers gone,
the walls is to keep the loam together.
Okay.
And you will be able to keep the moisture in better than you would if it was just a mound. With me then? We'll see what we can find you.
I can soon squash a few if you want.
Can you?
You know. Oh yeah, no
think
problem.
That'll make it all right, do you?
Oh yes, yeah.
as autumn gets into its stride, Annie starts on the job that land girls hated most in the garden. At home, conditions, far from improving, got worse. The government concentrated its resources on the huge Allied army pushing its way towards Germany. The countries liberated in the advance were in a state of collapse. Before the war, most potash had come from Northern Europe. With that source cut off, every effort was made to encourage gardeners to produce their own. The government even issued a blueprint for building the right kind of bonfire.
Well, first of all, we've got to put this old drain pipe in. They don't question me because the leaflet doesn't say that it has to be anything like this. But the leaflet also doesn't say, oh, we're going to make a tunnel to let this draft through. So I'm boxing clever and I'm going to put this drain pipe on the bottom. Keep it going. Build it up rather than pat it very well. That's right. There we want the raspberry prunings, the brushy prunings. This is what's got to ignite the bigger wood. Keep it even so that it keeps the conical shape. This is what we want. We want more your side, don't we? we've got a good 6 inches or more of this material around. And then we can put all that damp rubbish on, all the obnoxious weeds that you found on that back of the border. If you can get a good wad around the bottom like that, you've got a good base then to put the other soil on.
The earth covering kept the fire smouldering and prevented any glow escaping at night. That would have contravened the blackout.
If you pass me, see what happens.
The bonfire looked impressive, but it's doubtful whether it produced any more potash than the conventional one.
Well, that's caught more draft than what I expected.